Hey guys, this is Elias with Softfly, and in this video I'm going to show you how to import WooCommerce Variable Products directly from OneDrive. Now I have here this Excel file here on OneDrive, so let's get this imported with WPL import by selecting here the File tab, then clicking on Share and Embed. Now, the first time you do this, it's going to show you this little pop-up. Just click here on the Generate button and then look for the embed code at the button. Now, copy this and paste it in whatever text editor you're using. I'm using the default one for Mac OS, but maybe you're using Notepad or whatever. So just paste this code there and look for the embed URL, which is this one. You can identify it because it starts with HTTPS and it's between quotes. Now, once you have located that, just copy it and paste it below that. So you can change two things. Here at the beginning of the file, you need to change this embed for download. All right. And then at the very end, you just need to use this hashtag /WPAI feed.xlsx. You need to type that in at the end of the URL. Now I have this ready, so I'm just gonna paste it here, and you can find this also on the description below. I'm gonna leave these instructions there so it's easier for you to find it. Now copy this URL and go here to WPL import, select download a file from URL, paste your URL and click on the download button. All right, so here just need to decide whether you want to create new items or update existing ones. Now I don't have any products here on this site, as you can see here, so I'm going to choose new items. Then I'm going to choose WooCommerce Products because that's where I'm importing, and click on the Continue to Step 2 button. Now here on Step 2, you can see that WPL import detected 7,000 nodes, so that's fine because that's exactly the number of rows we have. If I click here, you can see that the count is 7,001. So minus the header row, that gives us the exact number of rows WPL import is detecting. Now, as for the columns, we have here the SKU, title, description, short description, price, sell price, stock, category, images, and size and material, which are the attributes. Now, those are the same columns we have here. So that's it. Here on Step 2, we just need to double check that all of the data is good. Now, since this is the case, let's continue to Step 3. All right, and here on Step 3, you will notice that this right panel contains all of the data, and we just need to drag and drop it in the fields we want them to go. Now, you're not limited to use a specific element on a specific field. Just drag and drop wherever you want them to go, and they will be imported. Now, for the title, I'm just gonna drag and drop that into title box. That's good. And here for the description, I can drag and drop the description, but I can also add another data. For example, I could say, let's do this on sale. All right. We can use static data, and I can also place here, let's say, SKU, and add the SKU element. And if I hit preview, you will see that the data is here. Now I can make this a title, for example, let's say heading 4, and make it red. All right, let's make it bold too. So if I hit preview, you can see that it works. The SKU element is here, and you can place whatever number of elements here, and they will work too. Now let's continue with re-import. Let's drag and drop the short description here. It's good. Now in the WooCommerce Add-On tab, remember we're importing WooCommerce Variable Products. So let's select Variable Products from the Product type dropdown. Now, here we just need to keep doing what we did here on the title and description tab, and drag and drop the elements into whatever field we want them to go. Now for the SKU, we have this one here. So let's use that. The regular price is this one. So price is here. All right, these settings, I'm gonna leave them as they are, but you can hover on the question marks and a brief description of what that option will appear. So you can just read that and understand what they do. Now, these settings, I'm gonna leave them as they are because these default values work just fine for me. Now, in the inventory tab, I need to enable the manage stock option because our import file has a stock element. So let's drag and drop that into the stock quantity field. All right. And for the low stock threshold, I'm going to choose 2, but you can use whatever number works for you. Now, for the stock status, I don't have any stock status here on the import file. So I'm just going to let WPL import decide automatically whether a product is on stock or not. WPL import will just check the stock levels, and if it's 0, it will set the that product to out of stock. And if it does have stock, well, it will set it to in stock. So it's that simple, but it's very convenient and very powerful. Now, scrolling down, we have the settings, which I'm going to leave as they are too. And then we have the shipping and link products tabs, which I'm going to leave empty because I don't have any of that information here on the import file. Now, for the attributes, we have size and material. So let's add those. All right. Now, let's drag and drop those values like so. All right. Now, here for these settings, I only want to create variations for size. I don't want to create variations for material, so I'm just gonna disable this option. And these other options, I'm just gonna leave them as they are because I do want this material attribute to be visible in the front end. And I do want it to be a taxonomy. So we have here the link all variations feature, which will combine all of the attributes and create variations from them. Now, I don't want to do this because here we have all of the variations we're going to use. And if I enable this, the variations tab disappears. Now, here in the variations tab is where we'll tell WPL import how is our file structure. So WPL import can understand how to link our variations. Now, WPL import will present you to with some options. You just need to read them and compare your file structure with the image below. For example, in this case, we have an option that says all variations for a particular product have the same title as a parent product. And we have another very similar one that says all variations for a particular product have the same title, but there are no parent products. Now, these two are very similar, so let's see the image below. Now, in this example, we have here this parent product, and we have below that, we have the variants. Now, these variants and the parent share the same title, same as this one here. Now, we need to go here to OneDrive and see how are our variations linked. In this case, there are no parent products here, so all of these guys are variants. So this option is not good for us because this option says there is a parent. So I'm going to choose this one because in this example, there are no parent products, only variants. So let's drag and drop the value of title here. And if we hover on this question mark, it will say leave empty to use the SKU settings from General tab. Now here on the General tab, we place the SKU, so we can just leave this empty. Now with this, WPL import will understand how to link our variations, so that's good. Now, depending on the option you use here, then below that can appear different settings. So in this case, since we're importing only variants, WPL import will ask us to set the manage stock and stock status settings again. Now let's enable that and drag and drop the stock like so. And for the stock status, I'm just gonna leave it to set automatically, same as before. Now these other settings, I'm gonna leave them as they are. And with this, we have everything we need with the WooCommerce Add-On tab. So I'm gonna just jump into the Images tab. All right, and here we need to decide which option to use. In this example, I'm gonna choose this one, which is Download Images Hosted Elsewhere, because I have my images hosted in another server, as you can see here with the URL, which is different to the one we're using. Now let's drag and drop that and hit preview. Now, as you can see, WPL import is detecting all of the images. So let's run the test. Just to double check that WPL import is able to download them, and they are. So let's dismiss this. You can hover on this question mark and see what these options does. So I'm just gonna skip them. The custom fields tab, I'm gonna skip it too, and open up the taxonomies tab. Now here on the taxonomies tab, I need to enable the product categories because I have here my categories. Now they are separated with commas. So let's use the second option and make sure we're using the right delimiter here. So since we are, let's drag and drop that, and boom, that's it. Now the other product options are basic WordPress stuff, so I'm just gonna leave them as they are too. And here we have the function editor. Now this function editor is very powerful, guys. So if you know PHP, you can just write your own functions here and manipulate your data however you want. Now we are ready here, so I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit and continue to step 4. All right, so here on step 4, we just need to click here on the auto detect button. And if we do this, WPL import will choose the right unique identifier for us. But if you want to use a custom one, you can just drag and drop them. Just read this and you will understand what this unique identifier is all about. But basically, it's about a unique value or combination of values that's unique for each record across the whole file. Now, WPL import shows for us the title, SKU, size, and material. And this is good because this is a very unique value. So let's scroll down a little bit. These settings, I'm going to leave them as they are. Same as before, you can hover on the question mark and it will show you a brief description of what that option does. Now we have here the scheduling options, so you can schedule your import and run it automatically. And this is very cool because you can, for example, sync the stock levels with your provider, or maybe sync the prices and whatnot, and you can keep your shop updated at any time. So check out the links in the description below, guys, because they will take you to our documentation where you can find a lot more info on all of these settings. So let's just continue with the import and hit run. Now this will take a minute or two, so I'm just gonna pause the video here and come back when it's ready. All right, the import is completed. So let's see if the products came in okay. All right, so we have some products in stock, some others are not. So this is looking good. Let's see how this looks in the front end where we have this beautiful website. All right. So the images seems to be fine. Let's open this product up. All right, so we have the different sizes. That's good. We have our title. The prices are looking good. Here is the short description, the SKU, the categories. The on sale heading we place here is good. So is the SKU and the description. So here on the additional information, we can see that the letter attribute is showing up, but it's not with variations. So that's good. You can see that not all variations have the same stock. So let's take a peek here on the edit product page where we can see the data more clearly. Now we have the title, the description, the images, the categories are looking good too. So here on attributes, we have size and material. So that's good. On variations, we can see that each variation has its own stock, its own SKU and whatnot. So there you have it, folks. That's it. That's how you import WooCommerce Variable Products directly from OneDrive. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn more about how to import or export other WordPress data, like WooCommerce orders, products, posts, taxonomies, and really a lot of other fun stuff. Just check out the other videos in our channel or go to our website at wpolimport.com. See you next time.